9 more Naga World protesters found to be infected with COVID-19. The Phnom Penh Municipal Administration of Health added that the discovery of the positive COVID-19 demonstrators confirmed that they had not properly implemented the quarantine rule. Protecting Our Heroes, WHO, ILO call for more protection of health workers facing dangerous neglect. Health teams worldwide need much safer working conditions to combat the dangerous neglect they have faced during the COVID-19 pandemic, the UN Health and Labour Agencies said on February 21. 503 students infected with C-19 as over 10 schools closed. Phnom Penh is now dealing with a large uptick in COVID cases, especially the Omicron, and is grappling to contain it with schoolchildren being infected and more than 10 schools shut down. ASEAN COVID-19 table, the 25th of February 2022. ASEAN as a whole has reported more than 19.79 million COVID-19 cases. Of this, more than 2.03 million are active cases as of February 25. Up to 1,200 Thais rescued from call center gangs in Cambodia. The Foreign Affairs Ministry has helped bring about the rescue of at least 1,200 Thais who were lured to work illegally in Cambodia, said ministry spokesman Tani Sangrat. Cambodia and Malaysia lead ASEAN calls for diplomacy to resolve Ukraine-Russia conflict. Countries in Southeast Asia have called for more dialogues among relevant sides to seek a peaceful solution for the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Thailand reports 26 arrivals from Cambodia tested positive for COVID-19. Arrivals from Cambodia accounted for 26 out of 228 imported cases reported by Thailand yesterday. Pri Sihanouk provincial governor notifies tourists and fishermen on extreme weather. Couch Shamroon, governor of Pri Sihanouk province, on Thursday informed the people, especially fishermen, about impending extreme weather. NA supports multisectoral cooperation between Cambodian-Malaysian legislative bodies. Heng Samrin, president of the National Assembly, NA, of Cambodia, has expressed the NA's satisfaction and support for the multisectoral cooperation between the legislative bodies of Cambodia and Malaysia. Malaysian PM wraps up official visit to Cambodia, in pictures. Dato Sri Ismail Sobri bin Yaakob, Prime Minister of Malaysia, departed from Phnom Penh International Airport Thursday evening after successfully concluding his two-day, February 23 to 24, official visit to the Kingdom of Cambodia. Ibis Budget Phnom Penh Riverside makes debut in Cambodia. Accor, a world-leading hospitality group, is preparing to open its first Ibis Budget hotel in Cambodia with the signing of Ibis Budget Phnom Penh Riverside. The property will debut in July 2022, offering the brand's comfortable and contemporary design with very competitive rates. Angelina Jolie says she is rediscovering her soul in Cambodia. The 46-year-old Angelina Jolie took to Instagram on Thursday morning to share a sweet snap of herself smiling alongside 15-year-old daughter Shiloh in Cambodia. Balancing act, Cambodia and Malaysia aim to rectify trade deficit. The trade deficit between Malaysia and Cambodia, which is in Malaysia's favor currently, can be rectified by increasing palm exports to Cambodia and import of Cambodian long-grain rice. Cambodia's bilateral trade with Malaysia on upward trajectory. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic engulfing the whole world, Malaysia and Cambodia included, the bilateral trade between both countries has grown in an upward trajectory. PM orders tightening of national budget until pandemic is over. Prime Minister Hun Sen on Wednesday ordered a tightening of the national budget and for all state institutions to postpone some construction projects until the COVID-19 pandemic is completely under control. Wing Bank supports Siem Reap-based charity organization to help needy communities. Wing Bank works with Heartprint to provide food relief to 111 Siem Reap families. No provision for Cambodians to vote from abroad, says NEC. The National Election Committee, NEC, said yesterday it is impossible to allow migrant workers in neighboring Thailand to vote for upcoming elections, citing the lack of a legal framework. PM says ERW death or disability a deep sorrow. Prime Minister Hun Sen on Wednesday said that even only one lost life or disability by mines, unexploded ordnance, UXO, or any explosive remnants of war, ERW, is a deep sorrow of the whole country. Supreme Court finds teacher guilty of inciting people to go against government. The Supreme Court yesterday upheld the 1-year jail sentence of a high school teacher who was found guilty by the Pailin Provincial Court last year for inciting people to go against the government and creating chaos and unrest in the society via a Facebook post. No illegal gold mining allowed in Mondulkiri, those involved told to work for companies. The Mondulkiri province has successfully curbed illegal gold mining activities, although some of the families are still doing it, a job that has been traditionally passed down by their ancestors. Demarcation of Zone 3 flooded forest nearly finished. The Water Resources Ministry installed 618 out of 802 border demarcation posts designating the Zone 3 flooded forest area around Tunnel Sap Lake, as well as 61 out of 63 billboards. Squatters face eviction from ELC land in Oda Minchi. More than 100 families who are living on economic land concession property in Oda Minchi province, many from Kampong Tom, Kampong Cham and Siem Reap provinces, are facing eviction. Hotel employee charged with extorting $44,000 from Chinese man's family. A hotel employee was charged yesterday in Phnom Penh Municipal Court for unlawfully confining a Chinese man in a hotel room and extorting $44,000 from his family in exchange for his release. Appeal Court hears case of brutal torture by village chief. Phnom Penh Appeal Court yesterday heard the case of a former village chief who was sentenced in 2020 by Kampong Spu Provincial Court to 3 years in jail for beating and torturing 2 workers. Rangers ask for more help to protect wildlife from poachers. Forest rangers in Oda Minchi province's Sang Rukavoan Wildlife Sanctuary are calling for more manpower after the remains of 2 bantangs were found left behind by poachers. Kirisu launches Let's Help Each Other campaign to assist small businesses. One of Cambodia's most advanced dairy farms, Kirisu, is launching a campaign to help small businesses to overcome some of the financial challenges brought about by COVID-19.